Namaskar. So in this series of BSc IPF of recapitalization bond, this is the second video. We are trying to understand what is the need for the bank to, for the government to do this circular movement of the money. So let us understand how it works. Uh, as it happens is that, let's say for example, let's start with this, that how does the banking system work? The bank has 1 rupee of equity, and on that it garners deposits. So let's say 1:10 is the leverage. Now, under normal circumstances, the bank will give this money as loan, and then people will repay that, and then uh, that will keep on the loans will be repaid, that money will be given back to the fixed deposit holders, the profit will go into reserves and surplus. This is the normal cycle which keeps happening. Now, as NPAs increase for whatever reasons, as NPAs increase, these let's say we have NPA. In this example, it may be stretched, but on an equity of 1 and a deposit of 10, if the NPAs are 2, let's say for example, so then there are some global global regulations, globally accepted regulations, Basel, which says that there has to be some ratios which have to be maintained, like capital adequacy ratios or NPAs and all. Now, the bank has a deposit. Now understand what's happening. The bank has a deposit of 10 rupees. The bank says, okay, the depositor wants his 10 rupees plus the interest whenever he or she asks for the money, that the term deposit, whenever the term gets over. Right now I have got those 10 rupees as a bank. I'll say I'll give those 5 rupees out of those 10 rupees, let's say for our example, to the government as a and I'll invest in the recapitalization bond issued by the government. This we have discussed in the first video. Okay, so now what happens is, this particular bank, this particular PSB, public sector bank, who's the owner? The owner is the government. So this 10 rupees which have gone to the government as an investment in its recapitalization bonds, now that 5 rupees, now those 5 rupees are with the government, and government says, okay, I am the owner of the bank and this 5 rupees are with me, I'll do anything with it because it's my money, I'll have to repay it to the bank whenever it is to be done. So government says, okay, I'll put this 5 rupees, pay attention, I'll put this 5 rupees in the same bank as equity, and therefore now the equity capital of the bank becomes 1 plus 5. Please pay attention why the government does it, because government doesn't have its own source of fund. I mean, if they bring out money from somewhere else and put it here, then it will be, fiscal deficit will go out of whack, which anyways is slightly on the higher side, especially in times of corona, COVID, where the governments are borrowing. So fiscal deficit is anyway going to breach the levels. So government doesn't have its own money as such. It's like it earns from taxes, direct, indirect, or it borrows, or that's the entire budget discussion. But this is how the government takes money out of the bank and again gives it back to the bank. So money stays within the bank, but the head changes. A global practice, no need to be alarmed. And now what happens is, the NPA of 2, which was probably on an equity of 1 or a deposit of 10, suddenly starts looking better, because on an equity of 6 the bank can get further deposits of, let's say, 60. So once the equity base is there, it can increase the deposits. See, just on a equity of 1, you can't say, okay, I'll have 100 as deposits, then I'll have 1000 as deposit. No, it can't work like that. I mean, how much leverage? 1 rupee of the owner and 10, 100,000, as it is 1:10 is a huge leverage. So it doesn't work like that. It can't happen like that. There has to be an increase here also in equity, so that the deposit base can increase. So by doing this recapitalization bond thing, the government is increasing the equity base, and then it gets the ability or the freedom to mobilize more deposits, garner more deposits, and then the NPAs look slightly better. So this is what is the process of this is what is the way in which recapitalization happens. Now, important point here is, in case of recapitalization bonds, when this 5 rupees is invested in the government bond by the bank, although the owner is the government, but in terms of economics, there's a trade, there's an investment happening where the government is issuing securities. So government becomes the issuer, the bank becomes the investor. Bank has invested this 5 rupees in the government bond, recap bond, and therefore because it has invested in the government recap bond, pay attention, therefore it must get interest, because it's a bond, you are getting interest. And this interest is where the entire problem of Punjab and latest issue of Punjab and Sindh Bank zero coupon bonds has happened. So in the next videos as we go, there's a 6 videos, we'll try to see what that issue has happened. Is it illusion or is it innovation? Two people have got, I mean different people have got different views on what the government has done, but this is what is in case of PSBs, but Punjab and Sindh Bank. But this is what is how recapitalization happens. The money stays within the bank, but the head changes. Government has to do it because fiscal deficit also needs to be kept under control, and PSBs have to be kept alive, and that's the responsibility of the government. This is the second video in our series of 6 videos. In the third video, we will go one step ahead and we will try to see what has happened, what is a zero coupon bond in the first place. So thank you very much for watching. Namaskar.